House number 9. The night was so cold that even the wind sounded frozen. Armin tightened the strap of his camera on his shoulder as he stepped into the narrow, forgotten alley. A faded metal sign above the entrance read, "White Cedar Dead End," but people didn't fear the alley because of its darkness or silence. They feared it because of house number 9. Rumor said whoever entered house number 9 never came out the same, if they came out at all. Armin, a small horror YouTuber hungry for growth, whispered to himself. One good video, just one. That's all I need to blow up. The gate of house number 9 was half open, exactly as the legends described. When he pushed it, it groaned like something dying. A draft of icy, stale air slipped out, carrying the smell of damp wood and something much, much older. He turned on his camera. The beam of his flashlight slid across peeling wallpaper. It didn't look torn by time, it looked scratched off from the inside. He stepped in. 1 step, 2. The wooden floor cried under his feet. "Hey guys. Armin here," he whispered to the camera. "Tonight, I'm finally exploring the house that everyone swears is cursed. If you're watching this, well, slam." The front door shut behind him. Not by wind. Not by accident. It sounded deliberate. Armin spun around. "Hello," he called into the darkness. His breath fogged in the freezing air of the hallway. The house shouldn't have been this cold. He moved forward, his flashlight trembling in his hand. At the end of the hallway hung an old portrait of a family, a tall father, a mother with dark eyes, and a small girl who looked like she had been forced to smile. The faces were scratched out, as if someone never wanted them to be seen again. Then the whisper came. "Leave." Armin froze. The air thickened, pressing on his lungs. He raised the camera. "If someone's inside, I'm not here to cause problems. I'm just filming." Silence. He forced himself to keep going, turning into the living room. The furniture was still arranged neatly, too neatly, like someone had fixed it, recently. A child's wooden toy lay on the dusty rug. A tiny horse on wheels. He nudged it aside with his foot. It rolled back to him. Against gravity. Armin jerked backward. The toy horse stopped just in front of his shoe, like it was looking at him. He swallowed hard and backed toward the stairs. "I just need enough footage. I just need a few minutes," he whispered to himself. The staircase loomed over him, yawning into darkness. With every step up, the air grew colder. His flashlight flickered as if something was draining its power. Halfway up, he heard soft footsteps behind him. Padded. Small. Like a child barefoot on wood. He didn't turn around. He didn't dare. When he reached the top, he heard the whisper again. "You shouldn't be here." His flashlight steadied long enough to reveal a hallway with 3 doors. The first was cracked open, showing a bedroom with moldy walls. The second was locked. The third, slowly creaked open by itself as he approached. Inside was a child's room. Pink walls, drawings taped everywhere, but every drawing showed the same thing, a little girl. With no face. Armin's heartbeat thudded in his ears. Then he noticed something on the floor, a diary. He picked it up with shaking hands and flipped to the last page. "Daddy is angry again. Mommy is crying. They say I must stay upstairs. They say I can't go outside until I learn to be quiet. Please someone, help me." The rest of the page was smeared. Not with ink. With something darker. Armin shut the diary. Then, behind him, soft breathing. He lifted the camera slowly. The screen showed the doorway behind him. Empty. He turned around. Still empty. Then the child's whisper slid into the room like cold smoke. "Don't look at the door, look down." His breath caught. He lowered his flashlight. And saw bare feet standing right behind him. Small, pale, motionless. He stumbled backward, screaming, hitting the wall as the feet began to rise like the child was being lifted by invisible hands. The temperature dropped so fast frost formed on the nearby window. The girl's face came into view. Or what should have been her face. There were only shadows swirling where her eyes and mouth should have been. She reached toward him with shaking hands. Voice cracking, Armin whispered, "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean." Her voice wrapped around him. "Then leave." He didn't wait. He ran, through the hall, down the stairs, across the living room as furniture slammed against the walls behind him. The front door burst open on its own as he approached, and he threw himself outside. The moment he stepped onto the street, the house went silent. Totally still. Like nothing had happened. Armin didn't stop running until he reached the end of the alley. He leaned against a lamppost, panting, his camera still clutched in his hand. He checked the footage. Everything he filmed in the house was crystal clear, except the girl. Every time she appeared, the screen blurred. Her shape twisted, distorted, impossible to recognize. But the audio had captured her whisper perfectly. Leave, leave, leave. Armin stared into the camera lens, and with a shaky voice he recorded his final message for the video. If you're watching this, I made it out. I don't know why she let me go. But if you want me to keep exploring places like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Because the next place I visit might not let me out.